Hi, my name's Ybarbo. I'm going to be your PTA today. First, I'm going to show you a couple of stretches that I want you to do for working on your hamstring and your hip flexor tightness that the physical therapist saw when they did your exam. So the first one you're going to do is you can find a little leash or a towel and you're going to lay down on the ground and you're going to just gently stretch the back of your leg right here. You can have it a little bent if you need to, or just straight up, and just pull it until you feel a stretch right here. Shouldn't be any pain in the back of your knee, just a gentle hamstring stretch, and you're going to do that for 3 sets of 30 seconds. And then, while you're down here doing your stretches, we're also going to do an adductor stretch. So you're going to just drop your knees down and you should feel a stretch in your adductors or your groin muscles. You're going to hold that one for 3 sets of 30 seconds also. And then you're going to come on over and we're going to be in a kneeling position, and then you're going to kind of tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your glute, and gently turn towards the knee. You should feel a stretch right here in your hip flexor. You're going to hold for 30 seconds, take a break, and we'll do 3 sets of that on each side. For all of the stretches, you're going to do 3 sets of 30 seconds each side, and you can do that 2 to 3 times a day. Next ones we're going to do are range of motion exercises to increase the range of motion in the places that are more tight on you. So the first one we're going to do is working on hip flexion. You're going to bring your knee to your chest and back down. You can just alternate sides. When you feel like you're at your end range, you can just kind of bring it a little bit more with your hands. And then you're just going to gently go back and forth for 2 sets of 20, which I'm going to have you do 3 times a day. And then the next one you're going to do is just a gentle range of motion in your hips. You're just going to be going side to side. This is going to, it's also in your back, but it's a nice hip rotation exercise. And you're just going to go back and forth for 3 sets of, or 2 sets of 20 for that one also. And you can do that one 2 times a day also. Next, you're going to lay down on your stomach. And we're going to be working on your hip internal and external rotation because it looked like that was lacking a little bit on the exam. So you're going to bring your leg up like this, and you're just going to kind of go back and forth like a little windshield wiper. And we're going to do 2 sets of 20 each side for this one also. And later on we can add a little ankle weight, or you can put on like a heavy shoe if you're at home, or we can use a resistance band for it, but for right now just kind of go with gravity. And then we're going to also be working on strengthening a couple things. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is a glute bridge. You're going to be right here. You're going to squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, hold for a second, and then back down. Come up. And I really want you to focus on keeping your spine straight. So when you come up, you shouldn't leave your upper back on the ground like this. It should all move together. And you don't have to go super high, just enough to get a glute squeeze, and then if you feel comfortable, you can always go a bit higher with that. And then the next one we're going to do is a sit to stand, which is basically just like a squat. So you can just grab a chair at your house, and you're going to kind of just be the normal distance that you would be away from your chair. Come down, barely touch, and then you're going to come back up. Your feet are about hip width apart, your knees are tracking in the same line as your toes, and you just sit back, tap, and come up. This is also going to work your glutes just like the bridges, but it's also going to work your leg muscles. And I would also like to add a little resistance band eventually to kind of work your abductors, but for right now we're just going to do it like that. And then next time you come in, we'll add a little bit to that. So for the strength exercises, I want you to do it 3 times, 3 sets of 10 reps each exercise, and you're going to do that one. For now, just do it 1 time a day, but then we'll increase to 2 times a day. And you can do it every day. If you get really sore, you can take a break. You shouldn't feel any pinching in your hips or any shooting pain. If you get anything like that, just kind of skip it for now and then just let us know. And we will adjust it and figure out a way for you to strengthen or stretch or mobilize without flaring up, if that makes sense. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, see you next time.